Here are some more militant groups active in the United States during the 1970s. The Black Liberation Army. This was a black nationalist paramilitary group that emerged as an armed clandestine offshoot of the Black Panther Party. It advocated for guerrilla warfare against the US government for the self-determination of black people. The BLA was active from 1970 until about 1983. It was never really a unified organization, instead taking the form of a collective of cells who operated independently of one another. Notable attacks during the 1970s include several ambush killings of police officers and the 1972 hijacking of Delta Airlines Flight 841. The New World Liberation Front. This was a self-styled Maoist paramilitary organization primarily active in the San Francisco Bay Area. It was formed by leftists inspired by the Symbionese Liberation Army and was initially intended to be a united front of left-wing militant groups before it eventually became its own thing. It was active between 1974 and 1978 and was arguably one of the most active left-wing paramilitary groups of the 1970s. During this time, it carried out over 80 attacks at a rate of roughly one every 2 weeks. Its actions primarily took the form of bombings that were connected to local issues. The National Socialist Liberation Front. This group was founded by Joseph Tomasi as a militant offshoot of the American Nazi Party, which at the time was called the National Socialist White People's Party. In contrast to other contemporary white nationalist groups, the NSLF advocated for guerrilla warfare against the US government, the first neo-Nazi group to do so. The group was active from 1974 to 1986. During this time, it was primarily responsible for bombing attacks against leftist groups and the organization that it split from. A notable example of this was a tear gas bombing of a rally to reopen the Rosenberg spying case that took place in February 1975. The Chicano Liberation Front. This was an underground paramilitary group connected to the Chicano movement, which advocated for civil rights for Mexican Americans. It was primarily active in Los Angeles, California, but was linked to incidents in other cities in the state. The group was active between 1970 and 1975. It was primarily responsible for bombings, with its most active period of attacks being between 1970 and 1971. It was also linked to the assassination of Union City Police Chief William Cann in 1974. If you found this interesting, follow for more stories of America's underground.